my favorite people. This is Everyday Theology, and today we're going to review another book. So get your pants on, get your seats in your seats, and let's go. So today we're going to review the Preaching Bible. Now this Bible came out in about 2021, so it's fairly old. Yep, it's fairly old, about 4 years old. So if you want a new Bible, like brand spanking new, like 2025, no, this isn't the one. This one is the Preaching Bible, verse by verse edition. It's classy and unique. I'd also like to thank Crossway for allowing me to do this. I love doing this, and since this is a writing platform and it's not usually videos, but I just find videos are really helpful, and writing and making videos is just very fun. So let's get started. Let's see what we can see at the bottom of the deep blue sea. Maybe the deep blue Bible. It's not blue, it's black. So let's jump in. So as you can tell, looking right off the bat, it's a preaching Bible. Now, if you're a preacher, this is supposed to be the Bible for you. It's made out of, has a goat skin cover, and it's black. Remember I said not blue. Now turning it over, it gives us some little details. This Bible is 9.75 point type. So that's the size of the words. Pretty big words. Pretty readable. Thick paper. It's printed in China. Extra wide margins, although I think it's only extra wide margin. I'll show you that. It's single column, and it's verse by verse. So it's not a paragraph form. It's you're going to get each verse for each section. And another little bonus is it's lifetime guarantee. So they guarantee that this Bible will last you a lifetime, and then they give you a nice little promise inside, and we'll take a look at that. Now I got to move this plant out of the way. I know it looks fun and all, but we can't have it in the picture, nor can we have that. What is that? We can't have that in the picture either. And if you have kids, they leave crumbs. Get that off. Let's see the innards of this thing. The innards. Now, some of you have probably already seen it. Well, we got to cover another important thing. Pricing. $249 is what you'll be paying for this premium Bible. ESV Preaching Verse by Verse Edition. All right, now let's see the innards. So when you open it up, you are going to get a cloth. A nice black cloth. Very velvety. It's very velvety. Look at this. Very nice. Wow. Yeah. I could sleep with this. This is nice. This is like, you ever have velvet sheets? That's what it feels. No, they're not velvet sheets. This is like, like, what is it? Mint leaves? That's what it feels like. Mint leaves. Don't eat it though. I don't think you can eat this. This is not edible. Okay, let's take it out of its box. And right off the bat, you're gonna see that it has a nice goat skin leather. Look at the flappiness of this thing. Very flappy. It's kind of addicting to do this. It has hubs, raised hubs. See, it's got these. Some embossing. It's got a nice gold lettering. It's got Crossway down here. Very neat. But inside the cover, you're going to see this. It has this gold lining around this. Now, this is the first Bible I've ever had that has had this gold lining. I've never had a more premium Bible than this one. This is my first premium Bible, so I'm glad you could enter into this fabulous moment where we both get to see this wonderful premium Bible. But inside, it has this gold lining, very nice material, and then they have this. This is their pledge. So the pledge is, the new ESV Bible you hold in your hands is skillfully created using the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship. Its premium leather cover was carefully selected, fashioned by hand, and bound with durable stitching designed to endure through years of regular use. I got more to say about that. Like human fingerprints, each hide has unique characteristics, natural markings, and variations in tone and grain that make for a one-of-a-kind Bible cover. All of these characteristics are for your assurance of genuine leather. In addition, the paper for this edition was chosen to achieve the best possible balance of quality, thinness, opacity, and durability. Your ESV is a one-of-a-kind Bible that should last a lifetime when treated with care. Because of its quality, materials, and expert craftsmanship, this ESV Bible is guaranteed to last you as long as you use it. If you should experience any defect in its printing or failure in its binding during normal use, we will replace it with a Bible equal or greater value. That's their pledge. That if this Bible ends up being tainted or you have an accident from normal use, they are going to replace it for you with a equal or greater value Bible. So that's pretty cool. Hold on to this. Now let's look at the innards. It said wide margin. Now, wide margin, it said wide margins. It has wide margin. It has a wide margin here, but there's not much room in here. This part isn't very wide. But here you have a good space for taking notes. Like me, I love writing in my Bible, and I love to mess it up. I love doing things to interact with the text, and I love to be able to use it as a useful tool and create a tool out of it. So making markings and making things that I can remember for times when I need it. Now, this also said that it's 9.75 point type. So let's zoom in here. Let's take a zoomer. And let me show you the words. So see here, they are pretty big. They are pretty big. And I think if you're a preacher, you will be able to see those words very easily from where you're standing. You don't have to pick it up and squint your eyes for it to be read. Now, if you need a comparison, let me show you just a 9 point. So this is the ESV wide margin Bible, and this is 9 point. So it's just a little bit bigger than that. And I like this Bible. This is not a review on this Bible, but I really like this Bible. It's a double column, and it has a wide margin on both sides. I actually prefer this Bible over this Bible for a few reasons. This Bible is true tone leather. It's not as expensive, and I'm not afraid to carry this around with me. I carry my Bible around. I don't like to use my phone. I like to use paper, and I like to interact. Phones, you're not really able to do that unless you get an iPad, which I use my iPad to mark up things. But I really enjoy this Bible because it has wide margins, it has big text, and it has leather, and it's cheap. So it's not that much, about $60, maybe 50, I don't remember. But this one's 9.75. Now you will see that it has that gold and red. And I forgot what they call it, but it has that, I think it's called gilding. Don't quote me on that, but you can see it on the outside. So that's really cool. It's really cool to look at. Okay, so wide margins, pretty large text. You're going to see that it has verse by verse. So it doesn't go in a paragraph form, it goes verse by verse. Some people like that, some people don't. I actually like it. I like it a lot, especially with memorization. It's really helpful. You can just go one verse at a time, and you can use these as blocks to help you in your memory. Now, there was something I was going to say about memory here, but the problem is I don't remember. So, carry on. And then it comes with two ribbons, two black ribbons, which really matches the full look of the Bible. So you get two ribbons to mark your space. Side note on ribbons, though, I don't like them too much. You know why? They just bend inside of the crease. I like bookmarks. Bookmarks are like little tabs on top of your book, and you can just open right up. The ribbon you have to pull from underneath, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? You pull from underneath, you pull up, lift the page. Bookmarks, open. Can't do that with a ribbon. You know why? You know why you can't do that with a ribbon? It's in the crease. No good. But some people like them. I use them for spares, but usually I use bookmarks. So if you're a bookmark cat, get back to bookmarks, but if you're a ribbon cat, switch to bookmarks. Got it. And then another thing is you get extra bold chapter and verse numbers. So you can see that's verse by verse, but you can see how bold those verse numbers are. Very bold, very easy to find your place if you need to. Now, if you're asking what this little mark is, because I asked that question, that's a pilcrow. That little mark right there, it's a pilcrow. That's what it's called. You know what it does? It tells you when a new paragraph starts. So that's a new lesson for today. What is a pilcrow? Well, it's that little thing. So we have verse by verse, wide margin, very bold lettering, and we have pilcrows. It's a book of crows with pills. Maybe not, but it could be. So there's a lot of good things about this Bible. There's wide margin, there's bold numbers, there's verse by verse, but some downsides to it is it's big. Thickness, I don't know what it is with big Bibles, but I have so many big Bibles. Every time I turn around, I'm talking about how big a Bible is. That's one reason I like this Bible, because it's not as big. I mean, and it's another thing, it's not as expensive. See, the problem with expensive Bibles that I find is that I'm afraid to use them. So if I'm a pastor, if I'm a preacher, and I have to use this as my main Bible, I would have to have two Bibles, but I don't want to have to copy things in another Bible. So I like a Bible that I can write in, and I like a Bible like I showed you with my other Bible, this Bible. And this one's big too, so it's hard to come to terms with it. But I like a Bible that has a lot of room to write. But the problem is the expense. It's cost a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. So it's not that it costs a lot of money that I don't like it. It's that because it costs a lot of money, I'm afraid to use it. So if I put this in my bag, this could get damaged. This could tear apart. That happens to a lot of my Bibles. This thing peels out, and I just want it to last a long time, and I don't want to have to send it back and get another one. So it's hard, and I have to get to the point, like I said with my other Bible, not to be afraid to just go for it. Just go for it and use it. So the downside is it's expensive, partly because a lot of people can't afford $250 for a Bible. And then on the other side of it, if you can't afford it, you don't use it as it should be used because you're afraid that it could get damaged. And that's my fear. If you want to see it opened, this is how it looks opened. See how big it is? See how wide this thing is? It's a preaching Bible, so it might be helpful to you preachers. If you carry this in the pulpit on Sunday and only use it for that, I think it's a good Bible. Or if you use it at your house for personal use and don't really take it out, because if you spend this much money on a Bible and it gets ruined, man, that's hard. That's like $300. It's $300. And if you're like me, when I spend $300, I just don't want to ruin the thing that I bought. So my advice is, if you're going to get this Bible, either enjoy the use of it, if you carry it in your bag like I do, and that's the problem. See, I have this old bag. This is what I have. Look at it. See? Look, it's stained. That's trucking. That's trucking for you. This is a trucker's bag. And I put stuff in there. Look at that thing. There's stuff in there. And like I carried my binder in here. See? I carried my iPad in here. See? And I carry notes. And then, plus, all my pens and glues. You need pens and glues, people. Pens and glues are important. And not only that, chargers. You need chargers. Always bring chargers. So, when you put, the point of that is, when you put $250 Bible in a bag like this, with a guy like this, it's no good. No good. So unfortunately, this Bible is probably going to have to be babied. And I'm probably going to have to use it only at home. But all in all, I think it's a good Bible. I think it's a great Bible. And I really appreciate Crossway sending it to me. Problem is, it's the only one I'm probably ever going to have. And I could afford, because I'm kind of broke. Got bills, kids, got 3 kids, baby. So let me know what you think, and I hope you think about it, and I hope this review helped you. So this is the Crossway ESV Preaching Bible, verse by verse edition, and until next time, Holla holla. Oh boy.